Welcome to the new Injectronics Training e-learning website. You can see some slides here from material that we use in our normal classroom training and some of the features that we do show in there. And as we work our way through, here's a typical classroom setup where this is an instructor-led classroom with very detailed manuals. So welcome to the new e-learning website. Now experience our high-quality classroom training online. You've asked for it, we're delivering. Here's an example of our class display format. Most of our classes will be in this format. It's very user-friendly. You can see that they're instructor-led classes. You can also see that we do use the same PowerPoint in our classes as we do in our classroom presentation. You can view the slide in auto mode. You can pause at any time, move from the slide to slide at your own speed, or you can search the entire class for a particular item. Very user-friendly. But first, Injectronics Training is celebrating 30 years of delivering high-quality training this year. We've trained all across Canada and the U.S. We are the largest supplier of aftermarket training in Canada. We base this success upon our experienced instructors. Why us? Why are we so successful? Well, here's something that we follow very rigidly. All of our instructors are licensed journeyman technicians. Students can tell right away if you have ever or are currently pulling wrenches in the field. Credibility is a big factor. What's our style? Yes, we do generic classes like everybody else, but at the same time I'll list a few here like lap scope classes. Ours are 80% hands-on in the classroom. We do scan tool operations, EVAP diagnostics, drivability, TPMS diagnostics, AC diagnostics. So yes, we do generic classes. But really, what is our style? What's made us so successful? We like to do year specific. So we'll pick a block of years that usually has a model change or a particular mechanical electronics change. For example, 07 to 010 GM products. And then we are also very vehicle specific. So when we do the year in vehicle, we'll go 07 to 010 GM trucks. So we'll do bumper to bumper on these vehicles. And what I mean by that is we do mechanical and electronics. But why mechanical? Well, there's been major mechanical advances over the years. We're seeing variable valve timing now, variable displacement, GDI, direct injection. We're seeing auto start stop. So there's been major changes in the mechanical side too. Our goal is to make the bay more profitable and reduce tech frustration. Nothing worse when a vehicle comes into the bay and the tech knows nothing about it mechanically. It's got a running problem and spends 8 hours on Mitchell trying to figure out how does it work first before I can even think about diagnosing, which ends up being unbillable learning hours. Spent 8 hours on the vehicle, 1 hour was fixing, 7 hours as a Mitchell trying to figure out what's new on this engine and how do I learn to fix it. How do I bill for that? Let's move over to the electronics side. All aspects, not model specific. In turn means that if we learn GM LAN on our 07 to 010 GM truck, that means that it filters down to all the model lines for that year, not just the GM trucks. Yes, we do scan tool diagnostics and data interpretation, along with lap scope waveforms we include in our manuals with interpretation, and we also do schematic work. There's a new wave of electronics upon us, however. Batteries going dead. Doesn't mean that we've got a bad cell in the battery anymore. It could be a variety of reasons why. The charging system is operating normal. The parasitic draw problem that we're starting to see now with power mode situations on most manufacturers. No more fuses. Open up the hood on a fuse box on a typical vehicle today and you might see 4 fuses. So now we're seeing TIPMs, smart junction boxes, replace fuses. How do you test those? What happens when those blow? How do we reset them? There's no fuse to put back in. New CAN and LIN bus systems. Well, now we're seeing multiple CAN buses and multiple LIN buses on the vehicle, and they have a detrimental effect as to how the vehicle runs and stops and what's happening to the vehicle while the vehicle's not running. I strongly suggest you don't use used computers or modules on the newer vehicles. And of course, I'm just making the suggestion. You do what you want in your own shop. But a lot of these vehicles now have security codes as we're sharing data by CAN bus now. And these security codes are vehicle and computer specific. Put a used computer on, it will corrupt the computer as it recognizes as it's not a legitimate computer for that vehicle. But at the same time, it could take out other modules or computers on the car and end up costing thousands of dollars for repairs. Again, that's totally up to you. Now, real e-learning. We have a wide range of classes and new courses will be added frequently. Check often. Each student receives an Injetronics certificate for each class completed. Classes are not scan tool or lapscope manufacturer related. We welcome all models. Group discussions and sessions will be added to this site so we can get in and talk about certain repairs and how you made those repairs in a group session. Injetronics training. Courses designed by real technicians for real technicians. Thank you and check the website out.